New charges today in the murder of a Ferguson man who reported the rape of his own daughter. 3 family members stand indicted for the murder of Corey Warren, who was gunned down after refusing to bribe to drop charges in a sexual assault case. Our Megan Kernan is live outside the Ferguson Police Department, where prosecutors announced indictments just hours ago.
Corey Warren's best friend tells me he was the best person on earth and a great father. His family still hasn't come back home since the killing. And these 3 men are now charged, accused of working together to silence that father, murdering him and then murdering their own hitman.
One of the most senseless acts of violence that I've reached and have seen this year.
Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle says Corey Warren's killing was calculated, cruel, and personal. On July 8th, officers say Corey Warren was shot through the glass door of his Ferguson home that you can still see 3 months later.
He's a real good dad. You know, I couldn't ask for a better neighbor.
Investigators say Warren was shot after refusing a $12,000 bribe to stay quiet about charges against Lavore Harmon, accused of raping Warren's daughter. Prosecutors say Harmon, his uncle Anthony L. Young, and cousin Anthony D. Young coordinated Warren's murder with their associate, Andrew Klaus, who later that same day was also shot and killed. All 3 men now face 2 counts of first-degree murder, armed criminal action, and felonies like statutory rape.
I would have never thought something like this would happen around here.
Neighbor Hugh Deberly was home the day Warren was killed.
Next thing I know, I heard about 4 or 5 gunshots. Then I seen them running across my yard into a car, and they took off. They tried to revive him, and his kids are out there crying.
Warren's neighbors remember him as a devoted dad and friend.
Well, they took a person's life. You know, a person was trying to do right, and they killed him for it. So they should have to pay too.
Prosecutors said this was not being charged as a murder-for-hire plot, but that could change if evidence points to that. Harmon is held on a $2 million bond in St. Louis County, and the Youngs are in federal custody, also on $2 million bonds each. Live in Ferguson, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
My name is Nick Lodi. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Let's get 200K subscribers before the end of this year. After watching this, it's so traumatizing, and I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to think about the America, the society that the American government has created, and you see how dangerous it is. You see how dangerous the community the America has created between themselves. Because I don't understand how you can rape someone's daughter, then try to bribe him at the end of the day. Because, right, I'm an African, but I know in an African country, that can never happen. But what can closely happen is the offended, when he goes to court, he can be denied justice. But not the offender to try to bribe the offended one, to try to bribe the offended one. That can never happen. But the offender can bribe the judge, can bribe the lawyers, but not bribe the offended one. Because if in this case we could be hearing that these guys they bribed the lawyers, it could be something. It could be something understandable, or they try to bribe the police. It could be something understandable, but you are hearing of they tried to bribe, not even trying, they were bribing the father of the daughter. They raped. How can that possible? This shows you how America, it's a dangerous country. This shows how people right out there, they don't have mercy on others. You have raped someone's daughter. You try to bribe him. Then after all that, when he denies the bribe, you kill him. An innocent man dies. Then you go ahead You try killing the hitman, then you hit the wrong person. Another innocent person dies just because of what America has created. You see, there's this case in the Middle East. I don't know if I'll try to recall the country. I can't recall the country, but if I get the country, I'm going to put the story right here in which country it happened. So this guy who goes and rapes somebody's sister. Okay? This guy goes and rapes somebody's sister, somebody's daughter. Then he's caught. But these people don't go to the police. What they end up doing a revenge in a traditional way. Okay? Because this guy raped someone's sister, so the brother of the girl who was raped, the family, they come together, the family of the girl who was raped and the family of the boy who raped the girl. They come up together and they decide that we are going to take the boy of the girl who, the brother of the girl who was raped, then he will go and rape the sister for the girl, for the boy who raped the girl. And at the end of the day, that's what happens. This is in the country in the Middle East. They decide to do it in the traditional way. You see, the Bible talks, when you beat me on this side, I beat you on this side. That's how they decide to do it. For that they can settle the case. But at the end of the day, they end up being arrested because this is like causing trouble on top of the trouble. Already somebody has been raped right here. You have traumatized someone. Then you come together and you plan how you're going to, how the revenge is going to be done. So another person ends up being affected. Okay? So I don't see the difference right here. You rape someone's daughter, then you try bribe him. Then if he refuses the bribe, you kill him. Then you go ahead to try kill the hitman who you sent to kill him. Then you kill the wrong hitman. Innocent people have suffered. The same way, there is an innocent girl who suffered after he was raped just for revenge. So an innocent person has suffered. I believe the world should change on how the cases of rape, they should be taken it easily, because this is so traumatizing. Because if the girl is alive, of which I believe she is alive, she is not dead. She has no father. She will know that she will keep on get traumatized the whole of her life, knowing that her father died while he was trying to find justice for her. This is crazy. This shows how dangerous. You know, sometimes in Africa, cases about rape case. It's not definite. It's not easy. It's not easy to hear about rape cases. It is so weird. Because most of the rape cases right here in Africa, I think they happen I don't want to mention the community. They might feel attached and they start attacking me, but mostly in where we have people who have Sharia laws, like the Muslims, like if you come to Kenya, there's the northern part of Kenya. I believe there's some cases of rape cases there which happens a lot, but on the other part, it's very weird. You can't find any of the rape cases. Maybe in 5 years, you can hear out of like one case. In 5 years, you can just hear of one case. But look at America. America, you have seen kids. This story I saw whereby a 10-year-old kid tried raping, I don't know, is a 6-year-old kid in America. So, you know, Americans have gone to that far where kids can try to do this. Then they use sticks to rub our private parts. I think you have already heard this story before. They use the sticks to rub our private parts. They choke the mouth of the girl who is 6 years old with clothes for that she can scream, and these they are kids. So you should know how dangerous the community in America it is, and it has been created by their own government. You know, when I talk this rapper who is called King Von, when you hear of how King Von died, it's so funny. King Von died in 2020, and you know, right in America, King Von, he was coming from a place called O'Block. Okay, so this guy with this gang, they end up exchanging words with the other gang on the other side. So they are on the internet talking about how they are going to kill each other. Okay, if you go Google the story of King Von, you'll find it funny on how this guy died. The two gangs, they end up chatting on the X, talking about how they are going to kill each other. If I find you, I'm going to smoke you like. And then all of a sudden, these guys find each other, and then they shoot each other, and King Von dies. Like, if you come to our community, like, who can talk about killing somebody? Who can tell somebody, I'm going to kill you? And he goes ahead and he finds him and he kills him or her. Most of the cases that happen in Africa, most murder cases, is because of cheating. A man was cheated by his wife, then he decided to cut off his wife. A wife found his man cheating, then he decided to poison. But these guys, because of just music beef, they end up killing each other. So this shows you how the community in America is dangerous. So this is crazy. And it's not only that. We have seen, like George Floyd, how he was killed by a police officer trying to say, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Then he ends up being killed like that. Like, this the community, this is a dangerous community that the American government has caused for itself. Right now, I know if I go to America, I might not be safe. Someone can just see me and smoke me out because of nothing. So this is crazy, man. America needs to check on its laws, man, and it needs to check on his people, right. It needs to talk to his people and change the ways of ruling in America, because the community there is getting fucked every day and then. It's just crazy, man. Sometimes you just see things happening up there and then you're like, they happen funnily, then somebody has lost his life because of some useless thing. Crazy, man. Some things, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy, man. Subscribe. Let's get 100k subscribers before the end of this year, man. Tell me about what you think about this story on the comment section. Subscribe.